the automobile space, and here's a space that's been beleaguered for some time now. Sales have been impacted primarily because of a lack of finance. So it's not a lack of demand that seems to be affecting passenger cars or bike sales. And well, that's an opportunity because as private sector banks have shunned certain buyers away, public sector banks and NBFCs have tried to capitalize on that opportunity. Ketan Thakkar tells us more.
Economic downturn, weak sentiment and costly credit from some of the big private banks have put the brakes on the auto sales. But players like M&M Financial, Tata Motors Finance and PSU banks have come to the rescue and have made best of the opportunity by providing aggressive rates.
If A, B, C, D finance companies are not operating and if the volumes are still happening, that's an available opportunity. Yes, to some extent we would have got a better market share. Earlier if we were having an 8-10% market share in a city like Bombay, if we were now getting a little more aggressive with less finance companies, is the 10 move to a 12% kind of a 14% situation? Maybe yes.
And manufacturers eager to clear inventory are happy on facilitating cheaper credit for their customers. Tata Motors says the company has been expanding very aggressively for financing of its own vehicles. Bankers have become reluctant, so in such a scenario we will offer as much support as possible through Tata Motors Finance. PSU banks too have had their fair share of spoil, with close to 20 to 25% funding for M&M vehicles and 40 to 50% funding for Maruti cars. And players like Union Bank seem to be quite confident of the future.
In our bank, auto sector has been growing at a reasonably good pace. Last year we grew around 16 to 17%. This year on YOY basis up to December we have grown beyond 22 to 23%. And we do look forward that by year end, when the accounting year comes to close by March, I think we should be safely around about 25%.
The role of NBFC is only set to get bigger. NDTV learns the whole issue of financing for NBFC, which has huge exposure to the auto sector, has come up for renewed discussion at Finance Ministry. And it is possible that some of the demands put forth by NBFC in front of public sector banks might find their way at RBI's doorstep. In Mumbai with Benny Anthony, Ketan Thakkar for NDTV Profit.